I definitely said it was going to be fine and dry today, and that's what we got, and lots of weather watchers' photographs to prove it. Yes, at last, a dry day for most of us with plenty of blue sky and sunshine, but it has been very blustery from countryside to coast. We've had gusts at our official stations anywhere between about 25 and 36 miles per hour. But for many of us, this is literally the calm before the storm, and here it is. This deep area of low pressure has now been named Storm Avert, and it's heading in our direction. So we start off dry this evening and for the first part of tonight, and then this thicker cloud and rain starting to push in and spread through the region, and some of it is likely to be heavy and possibly thundery too. Temperatures tonight were lows of around 12 to 14 Celsius. We might see an odd 10 or 11 out in the countryside, and the blustery winds easing down for a time, but then they're going to pick back up again tomorrow morning as the storm starts to push over the top of us. So for us, there is that low pressure system sat over us, and tomorrow that means we're going to have these areas of rain Catherine wheeling around the centre of the low pressure, and some of this is going to be heavy and possibly thundery too. In between, we should get some brightness and sunshine in between the showery rain. Temperatures a little bit academic, but below average between about 17 and 20 Celsius, but it's going to be windy. The strongest winds for us from late morning until sort of late evening time, and quite widely we're looking at gusts of 35 to 40 miles per hour, but where the Met Office has issued this yellow warning for strong winds, we could have gusts of 40 to 55 miles per hour. Those 55 mile per hour gusts most likely right on the coast, where we have the risk of large waves and spray and travel disruption and things like fallen trees. So basically do take care out there tomorrow. But by Saturday, Storm Avert is away to the continent, and for us the isobars open up, and that means a less windy day, probably a fine and dry start for many of us. We are expecting some spells of sunshine on Saturday, but also some showers. Not for everyone, but they could be heavy and possibly thundery on Saturday too. Highs of around 21 degrees Celsius. And it looks like a repeat performance on Sunday as well. But Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, I've taken the showers off. There's a small risk, but a lot of fine and dry weather for a time next week, and then it does look like it'll turn unsettled again from the west when we get to Thursday. And that's your forecast.
Thanks, Julie.